Good afternoon, and welcome to Comfort and Courage, Grace Episcopal Church in Traverse City's weekly short Thursday streaming noon experience of fellowship and worship and prayer and whatever the heck else happens here. It is 4 days until Christmas, 3 days until Christmas Eve. During this particular Lent, the Freudian slip there, Advent, in which it's as short as it possibly can be. We've got 4 Lent on Christmas Eve, and so there's lots to be done. And I will admit, with my beloved child out of school, I am running around like a chicken with my head cut off. So here's what I'd like to do today. Rather than our normal experience of worship, I am going to read 3 poems about Christmas by Madeleine L'Engle, who's she's definitely in my top 5 favorite poets. But I'm just going to center myself. It's all about me today. Light a candle. All right. And I hope that these help you to engage with this moment of liminal Christmas and Advent. They certainly help me do so. And if you have anything that you'd like us to pray for, whether celebrations or petitions, go ahead and put them in the comments, and we'll get back to you when we can. Oh dear, I'm going to sneeze. All right. The first poem is from The Glorious Impossible. It's called The First Coming. He did not wait till the world was ready, until men and nations were at peace. He came when the heavens were unsteady and prisoners cried out for release. He did not wait for the perfect time. He came when the need was deep and great. He dined with sinners in all their grime, turned water into wine. He did not wait till hearts were pure. In joy, he came to a tarnished world of sin and doubt, to a world like ours of anguished shame. He came, and his light would not go out. He came to a world which did not mesh, to heal its tangles, shield its scorn. In the mystery of the Word made flesh, the maker of the stars was born. We cannot wait till the world is sane to raise our songs with joyful voice. For to share our grief, to touch our pain, he came with love. Rejoice, rejoice. And the second, 1973, called The Risk of Birth. And you can see that Madeleine has a theme in her Christmas poetry, and dare I say that maybe there's something useful about her themes right now with the world the way it is. This is no time for a child to be born, with the earth betrayed by war and hate, and a comet slashing the sky to warn that time runs out and the sun burns late. And that was no time for a child to be born. In a land in the crushing grip of Rome, honor and truth were trampled by scorn, yet here did the Savior make his home. When is the time for love to be born? The inn is full on the planet Earth, and by a comet the sky is torn, yet love still takes the risk of birth. And I am I'm going to conclude with one last Madeline L'Engle Christmas poem, Into the Darkest Hour. It was a time like this, war and tumult of war, a horror in the air, hungry yawned the abyss, and yet there came the star, and the child most wonderfully there. It was a time like this of fear and lust for power, license and greed and blight, and yet the Prince of Peace, the Prince of Bliss, came into the darkest hour in quiet and silent light. And in a time like this, how celebrate his birth when all things fall apart? How wonderful it is with no room on the earth. The stable is in our heart. So there it is, my triptych of Madeline L'Engle Christmas poetry for your pre-Christmas, late Advent aural pleasure. Thank you for joining in to Comfort and Courage. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to take a pause near the end of my week. Thank you for understanding when things get hectic and happen a little differently. And always remember, until we meet again, you are loved beyond knowing and beyond understanding. May the peace of that God who loves you be with you now and remain with you in this season and always.